This video is about Splunk component. Now, Splunk main components are indexer, searchhead, and forwarder. So these are the main components of Splunk. On the basis of these components, Splunk works. So in any of the tools, there are three main points. First is collect, store, represent. So collect the data, how you collecting the data, storing the data on which database files or how you are storing the data, and mainly the representation of data. So what exactly you are making out of the data which is collected and stored in your environment, or how you are making a meaningful information from the data. So in terms of Splunk, so for collecting data, we have forwarders. Storing data, we have indexers. And for representations, we have searchheads. So we will go one by one into each of the component and understand what are those. So collect, nothing but forwarder. In terms of Splunk forwarders, it collects the data from the input. Input can be anything. It can be a Unix server, it can be a Windows server, it can be a syslog, it can be any application which can forward the data to Splunk, or Splunk can pull the data from those components, those inputs. Now there is one more functionality of forwarder that forwards the data to next component of Splunk, that is called indexer. So there are two types of forwarder. One is universal forwarder and another one is heavy forwarder. So the universal forwarder is nothing but a lightweight agent which we are going to install on our input. So input can be anything like say Windows server or Unix server. So we first install the lightweight component of Splunk on those servers and configure input file from where the data should come and output where the data should go. The output can be your next forwarder or can be your indexer. So and another one is heavy forwarder. The heavy forwarder is again it is doing the functionality of collecting the data. So when you configure heavy forwarder, the application itself sends the data to heavy forwarder, and we need to create an input to capture those data and send it to next level of forwarder or indexer. So the difference between heavy forwarder and universal forwarder is the universal forwarder has a smallest footprints. That means it is a very lightweight component of Splunk which can be installed on any of the host or any of the environment and collect the data. So it has a standard collection data collection. So means we cannot tweak those data. So it has a standard data collection. The data will be unparsed. There will be no line break. There is term called line break in Splunk. So there is no line break. The data as it is from the source will be sent to next level of component. So and also it does not have any GUI. So you use whatever configuration you are doing, you need to do it through command line. So, and the heavy forwarder, it's a large footprint. Itself is a full stack Splunk. So you need to install as you're installing other component. Allow filtering, and it has a line break, source type, in flight, and everything in there, and it has a GUI as well. So this is all about heavy forwarder. So just one thing we need to keep in mind, that heavy forward collects the data and forward it to the next component of Splunk, that is called indexer. So the next component is store or indexer. So indexer stores the data. It stores the data whatever coming from forwarders. It can be a heavy forwarder or universal forwarder. From those component, it stores the data. The indexer stores the data in the form of raw logs or in the form of files in the directory. So this component is mainly used for storing the data. Okay, and actually Splunk stores the data in flat files. It generally based on time range. You can say the age data will be stored on in the directory. So process machine data, storing the result in the index as events, enabling fast searches and analysis. So this is the main functionality of indexer. The next one is, as the indexer indexes data, it creates a number of files organized in the set of directories by age. Okay, this is the main point. And this contains raw data, compressed one, it has a compressed data, and indexes. Okay, so this is all about index. So indexer is like we can say it's kind of a database, and it is stored in the flat files. The data is stored in a flat files. Now the next component will be search head, the representation layer. So search head generally it represented data. It has its own knowledge objects, means not its own knowledge, it has its own knowledge, as well as user can create their own knowledge objects. So knowledge objects through which we can search the data. So any user who has access to Splunk can search the data and represent the data in any form they want. So this is like a crux of your whole environment, where you are going to get the meaningful information from the data and represent in the form whichever you want. So generally it consolidates the result and extract fields value pair from the events to the user. Knowledge objects on the search head can be created to extract additional fields and transform the data without changing the underlying index data. Distribute user search requests to the index. So whenever any user searches the data, so it distribute among the indexer, how many index are there, so it pulls the data from indexers. So all users to use the search head language to search the index data. Okay, so search head also provide a tool to enhance the search experience, such as report, dashboard, and visualization. So it has its own components that you can visualize data as you want. You can create dashboard, reports, and alerts out of your data, so you can get a meaningful information from your data. So these are the main components. Indexer, these are the main components: indexer, search head, and forwarder. There are few components like deployment server, cluster master, and license master. Deployment server, whenever you are using search head cluster in your environment, so deployment server is used to manage your search head cluster. Cluster master is used to manage your index clustering, and license master is used to manage your licensing in your environment. So this is all about the component of Splunk. So thank you all. Thanks for watching the video.